Peace, health, wealth, blessings, prosperity. Here is a chart breaking down browser-based internet activity by 3 device classes: mobile, tablet, and desktop. By this point in 2023, I would guesstimate that the traffic originating from these 3 device classes makes up less than 50% of all the interweb traffic. If anyone has an accurate chart of internet activity broken down into IoT, AR, VR, voice, AI originated traffic, etc., please send it to me. This chart, however, claims to have been built from a sample size of billions of page visits and also claims to have filtered out bot traffic as well. We can see that of these 3 device classes in scope for this video, mobile traffic dominates. We will walk through 4 techniques you can use to increase the quality of your mobile responsive websites. I will use one of my products, Caligo, to demonstrate these different techniques throughout. Caligo, the best product. Caligo. Technique number 1. Use a mobile responsive styling library. When your browser-based UI leaves your workstation, it will be viewed on a variety of screen sizes, many of which you will not have time to test on. So a technique I like to use for ensuring the UI I'm building will at least be functional on a variety of screen sizes is to leverage libraries like Bootstrap and Tailwind. These libraries are fantastic and have grown to a level of popularity to where even higher level tools have been built on top of them. And nowadays, you can even ask AI like ChatGPT to build UI components for you using these libraries. Caligo's UI, for example, was based on a freemium Bootstrap-based template called Volt. The simplified explanation of how these CSS libraries work is they will enable or disable presentational aspects of your UI based on preset screen widths called breakpoints. Here, for example, are the breakpoints used by the Caligo web app. You can see that Caligo's UI will look one way by default and will have adjustments applied as the screen width increases beyond the different breakpoints. Technique number 2, test. Build software that you would use and test it. Here is a chart showing browser-based internet traffic broken down by agent popularity, and we can see that Chrome dominates, followed by Safari. So let me show you how I test mobile responsive sites locally, taking this chart into account. This technique involves Wi-Fi, and what I do is run the dev server, find the IP address of the computer where the dev server is running on the Wi-Fi network of choice, plug the IP address plus port of the dev server into the mobile browser, and voila. If you need logs for debugging issues, you can open a new tab and type chrome://inspect, then click Start Logs to start collecting log statements from other tabs. The process is similar for debugging mobile Safari issues. Run the dev server, find the IP address of the computer where the dev server is running on the Wi-Fi network of choice, plug the IP address plus port of the dev server into the mobile browser, and voila. If you need logs for debugging issues, open Safari on the machine running the dev server, enable the develop menu, find and select the item in the develop menu that represents the development instance of your app, and you will be able to see the logs being generated by your app on the mobile Safari agent. And on Android devices, the workflow is similar. Run the dev server, Find the IP address of the computer where the dev server is running on the Wi-Fi network of choice. Plug the IP address plus port of the dev server into the mobile browser and voila. If you need logs for debugging issues, open a new Chrome tab on the machine running the dev server. Type chrome://inspect, and you should see an entry for the device and session that represents the development instance of your app, and click Inspect to see the logs being generated by your app. Technique number 3, pay attention to detail. Let's take a look at the UI for how to set up an escrow account using Caligo. And I want you to note the keyboard variations for each input of the form. These inputs receive currency values, so the keyboard only shows numeric options. This input receives integer IDs, which represent the medium of exchange, so notice how the decimal is missing from the keyboard. These inputs for collecting the milestone dates of the escrow agreement use a touch-based calendar solution, so disabling the keyboard from showing is appropriate. And these inputs receive public keys or name service values, so we'll show the default keyboard option. Paying attention to detail will increase the quality of your mobile responsive apps. Technique number 4, track app usage. The current solution I use to fulfill this task is integrating purpose-built software, for example, Sentry.io or Google Analytics. Integrating these softwares literally takes seconds and will give you much value in understanding how your app is being used. I'd love for you to suggest ways I can improve my practice or recommend tools that I should check out. Thank you. Namaste.